Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. So finally we have got our hands onto Oneplus Nord CE 4 Lite, and guys, it's a retail unit which we purchased from Oneplus Store. You can buy this device under 20k with bank discounts. In total there are two variants with three color options. One is 8128GB and the second one is 8256GB. In these two variants you get three color options. One is this Mega Blue which we have. Second one is Super Silver and the third one is Ultra Orange. I seriously don't understand why did OnePlus not provide the third color option, which is the orange one. Right now with the first sale we only have two options available. And guys, as it's a retail unit which we have purchased from OnePlus Store, so I'll provide you guys the honest feedback so that you guys can decide whether to buy or not. One thing good about OnePlus is they provide everything inside the box itself. You get 80 watt charging brick, a USB to Type-C charging cable, soft rubber case, SIM rejector tool and some paperwork. Though the case what we get here, that's a transparent case and for sure it will adapt to that yellowish color after a while. And first let's talk about the performance of this device. I'm considering performance because this device is again coming with Snapdragon 695 processor which is being used by OnePlus from past 3 years. And after seeing this itself you will decide whether or not to buy this device even for casual gaming. Along with Snapdragon 695 you get LPDDR4X support and UFS 2.2 storage, which is kind of bad from OnePlus under 20k. There are few more options which you can get with better specs and even better performance. I'm not even sure which audience OnePlus is trying to target with this device. If you see the benchmark results on this device, single core have scored 901 and multi-core scores are 2000. We also perform CPU throttling tests, though the device doesn't throttle because this is an underclocked processor what I feel, and it doesn't let the device heat up. Until your device heats up, you won't see any kind of throttling issues on any of the smartphones. So in throttling test, maximum CPU throttled up to 91% and the average gives over about 2,32,000. We also tested out BGMI and this device doesn't support 60 FPS. You only get the support of 40 FPS in games like BGMI, and trust me, I personally felt that gyroscope and even the performance is not that good. In our initial testing, we did play few TDMs in which average FPS was somewhere around 36. And in between you'll see slight frame drops. As I told you guys, you won't see much of heating issues on this device. While playing BGMI also, the device remained quite cool. The maximum temperature which we noticed while playing TDMs was around 32-33 degrees Celsius. But I don't think in 2024 anyone do gaming with 40 FPS. I think OnePlus should have given the 60 FPS option. We know that Snapdragon 695 is not that capable, but OnePlus should have done something to give 60 FPS in games like BGMI. I'm personally not at all satisfied with the gaming performance. So if you are a casual gamer also, I won't suggest you to buy this device. There are other devices like iQOO Z9, Nothing Phone 2A which will deliver you 60 FPS and that too quite stable 60 FPS. So in terms of performance, it's a big no from my side. Now talking about design and in-hand feel. So one thing which I liked here, now OnePlus actually changed the design language of Nord CE 4 and it looks quite nice from backside. This time we have flat sides which are made up of plastic and even the back is made up of plastic. The color which we purchased, that's kind of too flashy and it's not the actual color what you have seen on OnePlus forum or website. And the backside also attracts a lot of fingerprints. Front protection is Dragon Tail Star 2 and as I said, backside is polycarbonate. Talking about the ports, so this device comes with 3.5mm headphone jack. But sadly, if you are expecting radio application on this device, that's not available. Along with that, bottom side it also has primary microphone, USB Type-C charging port and a speaker grill. Right hand side we have volume button and a power button. Now OnePlus did upgrade the display, so we have in-display fingerprint scanner on Nord CE 4 Lite. The device also lacks two things. One is secondary noise cancellation mic and the second one is IR blaster. On the top side we only have stereo speaker grill. Towards the left hand side we have SIM tray, which is an hybrid SIM tray and lets you use memory card along with one SIM card. Also I would like to mention bezels are not uniform on this device. Side bezels are uniform but top and bottom side bezels are not at all uniform and you can clearly make out a difference. The device is also slightly on the heavier side, which is around 190 grams, but the weight balancing is quite good and I did not even like the in-hand feel. The boxy design, it makes you uncomfortable if you use the device for longer hours. There are slight curves but that doesn't help much. You can easily feel those edges if you are holding a device. As I told you, OnePlus did upgrade display on this device to AMOLED panel, which is 6.67 inch Full HD Plus, supporting 120Hz of refresh rate and the peak brightness of 2100 nits. But as far as I know, peak brightness comes in action when we play HDR content, but on this device you cannot watch HDR content on any of the OTT platforms, including YouTube. Though with 1080p color output is quite good, you won't see much of color boosting while watching content. Darker areas are also visible pretty well. The high brightness mode on this device is 1200 nits and there are no such issues using the phone under direct sunlight. Content is easily visible, but for me the main concern is 4K playback. So if you are the one who watches the content in 4K most of the time and you also watch HDR content, then I would not recommend you to make a purchase of this device. Only two things which I liked about the display on this device. One is the AMOLED support and the second one is they have also added the feature of Aqua Touch, which lets you use your device with wet hands or in slight drizzle. So these are the only two things which I like about the display on this device. I did like the sound output on this device, which is really impressive, but it do lack slight balancing. You can easily make out that bottom firing speaker is little bit more louder compared to the top one. I know it usually happens, but if they balance it properly, it's very hard to find out the difference. But that's not the case here. You can easily find out that the bottom firing speaker is quite loud. And they have also added this new feature of boosting the volume up to 300%. And I would say that can only come in handy if you are in a noisy environment. Generally, if you increase the volume to 300%, there's a lot of distortion. Another bad thing about this device, and that's the haptic feedback. Guys, trust me, if I say bad, they are actually bad. They completely feel outdated. You won't feel them crisp. Like OxygenOS implementation, they are not implemented even in things like brightness slider and volume slider. And this device doesn't come with the support of OHaptic, so overall haptics are not at all good. In terms of software, this device will get 2 years of OS upgrade and 3 years of security patch update. This device comes out of the box with OxygenOS 14, so OxygenOS 16 will be the final one for this device. And soon we got the device, there was an OT update. That's another thing which I always like about OnePlus. Soon the device goes on sale, for sure they release 1 or 2 updates to make OS more better. And this device also lacks on animation. Like you open the application for the first time, you don't get to see any kind of animations. This device also comes with few bloatwares pre-installed, but they can be easily uninstalled or removed from the device. With no doubt, OxygenOS is quite fluid on this device also, but sometimes you'll see that slight lags, but that's also during the cold start. Once the phone is settled for a few minutes, the UI becomes smooth. So in terms of software, I don't have any kind of issues with Nord CE 4 Lite. And this device packs a massive 5500 mAh battery, and due to the processor present on this device, I'm sure this device will deliver amazing battery backup. But one weird thing which I noticed, when I was charging this device, I did notice the charging speed was slightly slower compared to my other devices having 80 watt fast charging. But still, I won't say much about the battery backup and the charging speed, that I'll talk in the review video. Connectivity wise, this device comes with Wi-Fi 5 support, Bluetooth 5.1, we get 9 5G bands, support of dual 4G VoLTE and also IP54 rating. But sadly, there is no NFC support. And at last, let's talk about the camera segment. So this device comes with dual camera setup. One is 50 megapixel Sony LYT600 having support of OIS. Another one we have that is 2 megapixel depth sensor and the selfie shooter is of 16 megapixel. And sadly guys, this phone cannot record 4K videos and not even 1080p at 60 frames per second. So keep this thing in mind before you buy this device. But in terms of video quality and stability, video recorded with rear camera are quite stable with good amount of details. Details also comes out good using the front camera, but sadly there is no support of OIS, so videos won't be that stable. One good thing about this device, it can produce pretty good images with primary and the selfie shooter. Here are the pictures which we clicked in our initial testing. Main camera basically performs well both outdoor and indoor, providing clear and vibrant images. The images of the streets and building shows clear details with balanced exposure even in cloudy conditions. The colors appear natural and there is minimal noise. The indoor images, such as the ones with display screens and greenery, are sharp with accurate color reproduction. The lighting is handled well without overexposed. Selfies from Oneplus Nord CE 4 Lite looks clear and vibrant, capturing detailed images and true to life colors. The background elements and the focus of the face are well balanced. In portrait mode, the colors are vibrant and true to life. The skin tones are also natural and the colors of the clothing and the background are well represented. The images captured a good amount of details, especially in the facial features and hairs. The sharpness is consistent across the subjects, but I would say they can still improve on the edge detection. So guys, this was our initial impression on this latest device from OnePlus. What do you guys have to say? Will you invest on this device under 20k where you have better options like Nothing Phone 2a and iQOO Z9? Let us know your thoughts after watching this video. As of now, only this much in this video. I hope you guys gonna like the video. If you like the video, then do give us a thumbs up. And also if you're new to our channel, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.